Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coffee Thoughts on No Hierarchy. Today I fixed a long cup of coffee, nice foam. And the reason is that I would like to speak about why central control, which is addressed very nicely by No Hierarchy, is one of the main problems of today's organization and of today's market. And I will even try to explain why I believe that central control and the way that we embrace it is the next bubble that will cause our market to have a major challenge in the next 6 months to 12 months. So let's start by zip. If you look around, you find out that most of element or system in nature, including even our brain, is wired in a way that there isn't any central control. And the reason that there isn't any central control because this is probably the only way that you can enable a system to adapt or to evolve. Central control impose certain behavior and certain rules. And if any element in the system is not following the central control rules, there are mechanisms that will punish him, educate him, whatever you want, but it will force him to be comfort or to follow the same processes and thought and the belief system that the central control has. I know that there are flaws to the system, that there isn't any central control. One of the main ones, if we're talking about organism, is our body. So there is autonomy, and there isn't any central control that controls the entire development of cells in the body. And that's the reason why we have cancer, for example, because cells are starting to grow without any central control and then end up with damage to the body. Something that you always need to keep in mind when you are running a system that are without central control, and you need to monitor very closely whatever element within your system are growing in a way that they are becoming a danger for the global goal that you as an organization want to achieve. But anyway, back to central control. So nature, by definition, whatever is your brand, whatever is the market, whatever is weather, any system that existing in the nature doesn't have central control. And one of the reasons for that is that the lack of central control enable element within the system to develop in a different way and continuously evolve the system, take it forward, or adjust it pretty fast to changes that introduced by the environment. Now we as people, as human, wants to put everything in order and want to give everything control. And as we started to create organization, big organization after the second industrial revolution, mainly with the spirit, following the spirit of Frederick Taylor and scientific management, we set up very strict procedures and a centralized way with clear hierarchy how to run organization. And this proved to be extremely powerful and beneficial as long as the environment that the organization worked with were linear. Which means that there wasn't any surprise or changes to the business as organism. Every day people came to work, there was very little competition, there were clear geographical boundaries, and every company didn't have to care or to think about changes that will introduce to the environment each and every morning. Today's world is completely different, as you all know. The market is full with competitors, some of them are cross markets, and each and every change in the market, whether it's an existing company that changed strategy or introduction of a new company, every change is disrupted many other competitors that exist in the market. And in this scenario, in this environment, there is a real problem with central control, because central control imposes people to follow the same processes again, 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 for efficiency, which is great for linear or complex or complicated world. But when the world becomes complex or not linear, this is really a problem that caused many organizations to wake up too early to a reality where a competitor in the market, whether it's new or an existing one, managed to beat you. And now you find yourself too late with ideas that might happen, but no one execute them. And the main reason for that is that central control will kill each and every new idea that any element in organization, any element, any group within your company or individual will come with. And I think there are many examples, whatever it's called, there are many examples of organizations that idea to disrupt the organization within, to come with a new idea that will take the organization forward, exist within the organization, but central control killed it by or pushing those ideas away from the company, or punishing those ideas and killing them within the company. And I don't know, I'm in the corporate for a long time. I can see it almost every day. I can see almost every day people or groups that come in with creative new ideas, and the controls that we put in place, whether it's audit or governance or processes that we are so keen to follow, simply kill them. And when those ideas are being killed, you simply, step by step, killed your future. Because in one point of time, and you can't stop that, in one point of time, someone else would disrupt your business for you. So it's better for you to invest the effort that it needed to create an environment where elements within the system have their autonomy to make any decision that they want, to pursue new ideas, and to prove to the internal organization, to the entire organization, whether their idea were fruitful and are they will support the future of the company, or there were ideas that didn't help anyone. And as I mentioned before, like a cancer, you need to make sure within your organization, if you run it in a way that it doesn't have any central control, that there are mechanisms to measure and to make sure that none of those autonomous bodies that are going different direction to find different opportunity and to make your operation even better are not going in a way that it will impose a danger to the entire organization. So that's the governance that I put in place, very high level. But if you have a process that says that, I don't know, a development needs to be done A, B, C, D, E, or marketing needs to be done A, B, C, D, E, or when you're creating a new a solution, you should follow MVP. If someone wants to follow a different way to do it, you should enable them to do it, because you never know whether those groups will come with an idea that will disrupt you internally for the positive, or with idea that will save you in the future, because otherwise other competitors will come with the same idea and disrupt you. So I think it's extremely important in today's world to understand that and to create organizations that are decentralized. I think one of the main example which actually bothered me the most is the stock market. So since the last, let's take a break for a second. Since the last Great Depression, in 2008, there is definitely, if in the past the market went up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, from 2008 we can see a very slow-paced, kind of healthy growth of the market. And I believe that the reason for that is mainly because we replaced people and the complexity part or the unknown part of people within a market with computers and models that that insert much more stability into the market, because computer can't make unrational decision like people, but people will make unrational decision. And as long as the market is mainly controlled by computers, you will see this stability going up, going again. But in some point of time, you can't beat Mother Nature. And what will happen is that people will start to act in unrational way. And that when that will happen, you will see the market fall dramatically down. Because what I see right now is kind of a bubble. It's a bubble that created by computers and algorithms that takes away the complexity or unpredictable or non-linear way that people are working, but you can't take it forever. So that's my personal concern. If you ask me, 6 months, 1 year, you can start still. I can start to see the insights or elements that prove that it's already started to happen. But in some part of time, the computer will be bitten by unrational behavior of the stockholders. And once that will happen, it will be a big drop in the market. And if I'm learning everything from nature, computers and algorithms won't stop it. It will be simply a very powerful negative impact on the market. So that's all for today. If you run a company, if you are responsible for the future of a company, start to think how you run your company in non-central way, without central control, or giving more and more autonomy to elements within your company. I know it's hard, I know it's different, I know it's required completely different way how to run your organization from management and HR perspective, even from operational perspective. But I truly believe that without such a change, you are putting your company in jeopardy, and someone else will happily disrupt your organization for you. So if you don't want to find yourself in this situation, find a way how to operate without any central control, and how to enable your own organization to disrupt itself again and again and again. That's all. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.